Asimakopoulou joins us now. Nice to see you. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you for having me.
He's doing a great job, isn't he? We're going to get a deal done by the end of the week.
I'm going to be nice today because things are very critical for my country, as you know. Mr. Tsipras, in 5 months, has managed to bring the real economy to a standstill, turn us into a recessionary cycle, undo every decent thing that has been done, basically. And now we're facing the following choice. A deal which is going to cost the Greek people 5 billion euros in measures, on the one hand, and the absolutely worst-case scenario, which is no deal, which means we're facing uncharted waters, bankruptcy, and a possible Grexit. That's where we are. Now, we hear optimism coming out from Mr. Tsipras' circles all the time. It seems that there is something being discussed at the moment, but as you said, it looks like there's not going to be a staff-level agreement today. Naturally, we want the best thing for Greece, and the vast majority of Greeks want to stay in the Eurozone. In fact, Mr. Tsipras' central promise was a better deal, but keep us in the Eurozone. Now, clearly the first part he's failed at. Now, he cannot take us out of the Eurozone, and a lot of people are going to be protesting about that later tonight.
The Greek people are voting with their wallets. They're taking money out of the bank at a fairly alarming rate at this point. Are they doing the right thing? Are they doing the rational thing at this point? Is that what you would be doing in their position?
No, I'm not going to judge anybody, but the fact is there's a large amount of uncertainty at the moment, and this is a critical thing for Greece's future. It's not a little bitty decision. It's a huge decision. He is not allowed to jeopardize our future in the Eurozone. He doesn't have the mandate to do that. And yes, now people are taking money out of the banks. Now the public sector has stopped making any payments toward anybody except for wages and salaries, and we're not really sure how long that's going to last. So he's really put himself in an impossible situation, one. Now, two, let's take the good scenario, because we now have a bad deal or the worst case scenario. So let's take the deal. He has to bring the deal to Parliament. Can he get it through Parliament with his people? That's a question. And a more important question, can he implement these structural reforms that he's going to put his signature to? Our main concern with this deal, assuming it happens, and we hope it does, is that it's taxes, taxes, and more taxes. There's nothing that will favor growth. We think growth is going to come from the private sector, from businesses. We're all for privatizations. We don't want a bloated public sector. Mr. Tsipras has hired 5,000 people in the public sector in the last 3 months. That has a price tag, and the price tag is being paid by the Greek people.
Anna, if there was a general election tomorrow, we ended up in this weird scenario where the Greek people are voting with their wallets and taking their money out, a lack of confidence, yet at the same time the polls still seem to favour him.
Right. First of all, I think elections would be a bad idea at the moment. I mean, the one thing we still have going during the summer is tourism, and I think that would create a lot of problems. And I'm not sure it would solve anything. Plus, time is running out, so who knows what it'll be like in the 25 days leading up to elections, which is the soonest they can happen. Now, Mr. Tsipras, yes, okay, he's up in the polls, and he still has a good rating. But he hasn't hurt anybody yet. I mean, people are still hoping that he can bring something in this deal that's good for them. Because you have to remember, he promised just about everything. Higher minimum wage, abolishing property tax, lowering taxes, something for pensioners. He's promised a whole host of things. People are still hoping at the last minute that he'll be able to make good on some of those promises, which is clearly out of the question at this point.